Hello, Cancers. Here's your reading for the week of February 19th through about the 25th. These are general. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. And if you find this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. But let's see what the cards have to say. In your recent past position, you have the Empress. In your current energies, you have the Knight of Pentacles. In your near future, you have the Five of Cups. What your challenge for the week is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and what is recommended for you is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Empress indicates in your recent past, you went through a very abundant time. You were probably, she's growing something. She really nurtures those things around her. She's very motherly, nurturing. She has a lot of love. This lady is just very happy. She's very stable. So I feel like you've been really pouring a lot of love into something, and you've just been nurturing it, whatever this represents, because this is a major arcana. So it's something very important in your life. But in your current energies, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And this guy, he's all about slow, steady results. He kind of is very sure-footed. He really, really considers his actions before he takes them. He goes very slowly, though. So it's about slow results. So you might be getting kind of slow results in something, but it's something that you feel is going to be very beneficial and solid in the long run. So there might be something that you're working on that's going a little bit slowly, but you're working on it diligently, and you know that this is not going to be something that's just going to pop up or get done overnight, that this is really something for the long haul, and you have the ability to continue with what you need to do for the long haul, because he's not glamorous. He's getting there. He's going to get to his destination, but it's going to take some time. He knows it's going to take some time, but he has that mental reasonability and that kind of practical daily application to do what he needs to do every day to eventually achieve that goal. So he's grinding it out, and sometimes these things are not sparkly, they're not pretty, they're not fun, but he knows what he needs to do. He has a goal in mind, and he's going to get there, and it's not going to go quickly, but he's going to get there. So that's that kind of energy of doing something every day to reach a goal for the future. But what's coming in for you is the Five of Cups. Now, this indicates that you're focused on something that's not going well. This could be things in the past that didn't happen. Maybe things are not proceeding as quickly as you want. I feel like with whatever this is, it's something that you really love. You poured your heart and soul into it. Something that you really want, and you want it to grow. But I think what's coming in for you is just you're feeling that it's not going very well. But the Five of Cups indicates that you have things that are going well. You're just focusing on the stuff that's negative. And of course, it's hard not to focus on the negative. Let's call it for what it is. But you're just really fixated and focused on things that aren't going well, and you're ignoring the good stuff in your life. Now, your challenge for the week is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. In the reverse position, she could be kind of putting too much energy into herself. She's focused on herself, and she's not actually focused on those around her. Now, it's interesting because it either could be that you're either out of balance, your work and your home life is out of balance, because she could represent that. She can represent a lack of harmony, lack of balance, because when she's in the upright position, she's able to have a great balance of home, work, life balance. She's able to nurture others. She's able to kind of be very resourceful. She's able to she's really, really good with that. She's good at making things last a long time. She's good at saving money. She's good at making money. But when she's in the reverse, it either could be saying that you're pouring too much of your energy into yourself right now, almost at the detriment to others, or it could indicate that there's just a lack of harmony within your work life, your work and your home life situation. So you'll know for yourself, because it's interesting, because the Empress, she's all about giving to others. She's all about trying to nurture something into existence. So I wonder if some of you are so fixated on this Knight of Pentacles goal, this long-term goal, and you're just kind of so fixated on it right now that you're not really focusing or balancing the other aspects of your life very well. So that's something that you need to at least be aware of. But what's recommended for you is the Nine of Wands. And this is saying hang in there. This guy, he's kind of gone through it. He's tired. He's tired, but he's still standing. He's barely standing, but he's hanging in there. So I think, and sometimes we have to have these moments where we're out of balance with something. Sometimes that's the only way we can push something forward. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's just in this moment, you might just be super, and there might not be anything you can do about it. We can't live a perfect life all the time. Things happen, but sometimes things shift a certain kind of way, then they shift back another kind of way. So, but it's just saying, just be aware. But I think because this is recommended for you, I think that it's recommended also in the future if you're focusing on things that aren't going well, because I feel like you might be getting worn out a little bit, and then you're going to get to a point where you've done all this work, you've really tried, and you're not seeing things are not transpiring the way you really want them to go. But I feel like this is saying you just have to hang in there. And I feel like this hanging in there is hanging in for a lot longer than just this week. I feel like you just need to hold on. So let's see what other cards we get for you guys. Okay, so we have Snake Spirit, Time to Heal. And I kind of feel like this is... I think that this is really going with the whole reading, I feel. I feel like you've been hanging in there and you need to still hang in there. But I think what's coming in for you is maybe this feeling of like, I've worked so hard, or I tried to get something to go a certain kind of way and it's not really quite going a certain way. And I think you just might need to take the time right now to start healing from that, because this Knight of Pentacles, you might be realizing, especially with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that something is not quite developing the way that you're expecting. And the Knight of Pentacles, he's very hardworking. I see him as extremely hardworking, and he's doing tasks that suck. It's not stuff that like, oh, it's fun for him, he's having a great time doing it. It's like he's grinding it out. He's doing all the crap that, you probably don't want to wake up in the morning and do. It's like you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I got to do this. But it's going to be beneficial for you in the long run. But it sucks. Like, it's not fun right now. So he's doing that. That's what this guy's doing. He's not like doing something that he loves to do. He's grinding it out. He's doing the stuff that you really don't feel like doing right now, but he's doing it. So I feel like you're putting a lot of hard work into something that you really think can grow and develop a certain kind of way and you're excited for. But I think you might be getting a little disappointed coming in for you, but I feel like you still just have to hang in there. So I think that you need to try to heal right now from potentially, because maybe then you can kind of avoid this little disappointment, or this could indicate also, it's always a reminder that you need to shift your perspective. So, and then Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. And I think that you might be feeling a little restricted currently. And I think that you just need to remind yourself that you have a lot of options. The world is your oyster. Life, you are the master of your own destiny. And if you need to shift things a little bit, maybe there's a better way to do something, you can do that. You have the freedom to try something different, or at least think about something different, or try to figure out something different. So you have more freedom, I think, than you realize. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he's not really my outside the box thinker. He's not really going to come up. I don't want to say he's not going to have an original idea, but he's very, he does things, I don't want to say the way they've always been done, but the way he thinks they should be done. And sometimes when you get in that routine of repetitiveness and you're not really brainstorming, you're stuck in a way of doing something that there might be a shortcut. There might be some way easier to do that. So you might need to kind of have that mental freedom to kind of work around something and figure out a different way. You have Jade, be the bigger person. And for some of you, this could indicate that, like, if you're pouring so much energy and time into something and you're not really getting the results, to me, you might need to kind of realize that the way you've been doing it is not quite the best way. And then you'd be like, have to hang in there to figure out a different kind of way. It's like, don't give up on it, but just realize you might have to shift something. Now, being the bigger person, it could also be like maybe a friendship. If this represents love or friendship for you, it's not going quite the way you thought it should go. But you have to either be the bigger person and either let something go or proceed forward in a different direction. And sometimes if you have to get off a merry-go-round, you have to get off a merry-go-round, you know? But this is saying, I feel like this Nine of Wands is really kind of more of the long-term thing that you just need to hang in there. So, okay. Then we have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Now, I really feel like you will overcome some of these obstacles. Sometimes we don't do this overnight. Sometimes it's a process. Let's call it how it is. But I just think with you, with the Nine of Wands here, kind of telling you just hang in there right now, even though you're feeling like you're working on something and things aren't really balanced and you're not really satisfied. You could probably even see that the results you're getting are not totally satisfactory, or you could even be feeling this a little bit in this moment as well, this Five of Cups. But I think that you may need to learn how to go about something in a different way, because there might be a better way forward with regarding whatever this is for you. And you might be entering a new phase too. And the Nine of Wands, then, if you're entering a new phase or deciding that you're going to shift things in the future, that's still saying that you got to hang on. Because at the end of the day, once you start doing something new, you're in the battlefield once again. Like, you're on the fool's journey again. Like, you're starting something, you're going to try something different, you're going to bump up against obstacles. So yeah, you just need to hang in there. Like, you just need to realize that you might be hitting up obstacles again, and you just need to kind of stay flexible, but just, because I feel like this Empress, whatever this is, it's something that you really have a lot of love for. So there just might be a different way to work it, you know? And you just might need to learn and expand in a different direction, or start a new phase with it. Now, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Now, I feel like this could be love, or this could just be optimistic about your life in general, you know, and just stay positive and see the brighter side of things. Then you have doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. And I think this is, because to me, the Five of Cups here, this to me could represent a little bit of that doubt feeling, that feeling sad or things are not going well. So I think this is saying you have to watch that, because I do feel like you're in a little bit of tired energy. I think it feels like you've been kind of working or grinding at something, and you're a little worn out. So you have to just watch that you don't start doubting yourself or doubting why you're putting all this energy into something, because I really think that this is something that you want it to grow and really be something very stable and structured in your life. But I feel like you might be in the process, and they're not always easy. They're not always easy. Now, for your affirmation card, we have, today I am receptive. Today I will let go of the past. I will live in the present, and I am looking toward a brighter future. And I think that's important. I think that's just saying that you need to stay positive and look at the brighter things, the things that are actually working right. Now, let's see what Bob Ross has to say for you today. Every day is a good day when you paint. And I think this is saying that, you know what, for this reading, I kind of feel like this is saying that every day that you're actually working on your long-term goal or working on whatever this represents for you is a good day. I feel like even though the Knight of Pentacles, he's grinding it out, he's doing the tasks he doesn't really want to do, but this is reminding you that every day that every day that passes that you've worked on your long-term project or your long-term dreams was a good day, because you're one step closer into potentially achieving that. So I'm taking that as a very positive sign here. Now, for your spirit of the dish that will be with you in this week, you have the bagged one. The spirit of the potato chips. Okay. So, for your dinner and a movie, you have Chinese food and horror movies. For the energies that you need to either be aware of or tap into, you have Taurus. And to me, they're like very fixed. They can be a little stubborn, but to me, this energy is always like long haul energy as well. Like they kind of are not like the quickest moving animal, but it's like you're not really moving this thing. If he wants to stand in a certain spot, like they're big, you know? They're not moving unless they want to move. So I think that you might need to be aware that you might be not as flexible as you could be, or you need to be a little stubborn and just know that have the conviction that what you're doing is so worth it that you just need to just, against all odds, you just need to stick with it. But you'll know for yourself what makes sense. Now, Libras, to me, this is more of a flexible sign. They like to balance those scales. They like to kind of keep like more of a balance. And considering that you have the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, so she's a little bit not really having that balance that, you know, so I think this is saying that you might have to be aware of that or figure out, is there some way that you can have a better like work-life balance? And this could be balancing yourself and balancing other people. This could be balancing anything. Like you're going to know if something's out of whack, you're going to know exactly what that represents for you. So just always these things, you know, at the end of the day, if when I'm saying this stuff, if a certain situation or topic is popping into your head, that's what this is talking about. So you always just apply it to what you're dealing with, you know? So, and you also have the South Node, which represents things that you need to release. And you have Saturn here, which represents restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. You have the 7th house, which is all about partnerships, marriage, friendships, and legal proceedings. And you have the 11th house, which is about originality, humanitarianism, and connections and creative ideas. Now, odds, you have number 1 here, which odds was the Magic 8 Ball. Your special guest that will answer your question, Cancers, that you start thinking about will be the Magic 8 Ball, because I think I said odds were, the Magic 8 Ball was odd numbers. So, okay, he'll be with us in a few moments. He's in the back. He's getting ready. Now, let's see. We have C, P, R, R, P, R, S, U, E, 975, and you have faith. And I think this is saying that you just need to have faith in yourself and have faith in what you're working towards will actually gain some kind of the rewards that you want, you know? Because I think with the Empress, like she's really about nurturing something that she really loves. So I just think, I really feel like this is, whatever this represents for you is what all of this is about right now. So I think you just need to still have faith in your original idea or your original dream or desires. Let's see what little charming we get for you today. Wait, did you get one? So, okay, yeah. Well, I pulled this one and then this one jumped out too. So you got 2 charmies. So you have the key. And I think this is saying that you have the keys to unlock the door. I just think you need to find the right hole in a sense, if that makes any sense. Like you have the key that's going to unlock the door, but maybe the right door is what you're trying to figure out, or how to unlock the door is what you're trying to figure out. But you have what you need to do it. You're just needing to find the right component. So if that makes any sense. Now you also have the world with the globe, like the globe thing. Now this is saying that when you spin this around, you're shifting your perspective. So right now you might only be seeing a part of the situation, but you need to shift your perspective to see the whole thing. Or there could be a different way you could shift it where you see more, or you see things in a better way or a different way that could be more beneficial to you. So that's what I'm getting with that. Okay, guys. It is time. Let's bring our special guest out today. Here he is. Okay, Cancer, think of your question and let us ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Cancer's question? It says, don't count on it. The 8 Ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.